welcome to Lautering Limited, our series on Brew Cast, where we go through a limited format. In this case, we will be going with Throne of Eldraine. We do a draft, talk about the cards in a very relaxed manner, somewhat competitive in the sense that we'd like to win, but we will also probably be rare drafting because I always want to build that collection. But also just to see how cards play, check out how the format's doing, and that sort of thing. So this is our first episode. I hope you enjoy. So we will get into the draft, and then we will get into some games. So I hope you enjoy. Let us know if you have any comments. All right, here we are for our draft. So let's get on into this. We will probably be filthy casuals and be rare drafting kind of no matter what, just because it's early in the set. We want to get our rares before we open a bunch of packs that we have from grinding and that sort of thing. So looking at this pack, looks like we have some really nice removal. Scorching Dragonfire, So Tiny's pretty darn good as well. Bognati's very nice as well. Runaway Together. This is a really pretty stacked pack. The Fierce Witch Hunt, Witch Stalker is a great card. Those are like top ones. Gingerbread Cabin can be pretty good as well. So this is a pretty stacked pack, but Fabled Passage I will probably just take. It's kind of like a colorless fixer, that sort of thing, but I feel bad rare drafting it, but we actually might play it. So we'll take that card. Castle Embereth. If we were rare drafting, we'd be rare drafting another land. I guess there's a possibility that we'll actually play that. It's not the best sort of thing because it sort of gives a tilt towards more aggro, but you never know. Otherwise, Frogify is not too bad. Trapped in the Tower is okay. Moonlit Scavenger's going to be pretty nice. Hypnotic Sprites, whatever. I don't like Giant Opportunity. I don't like Dwarven Mine. I don't like Signpost Scarecrow. The Carver's okay. Searing Barrage is pretty darn good. And the Merchant and the Embereth Paladin are mediocre. I think we'll just take this guy and be filthy rare drafting casuals. All right, so now let's see what we got in here. So starting off our draft with a first pick of two rares, one which I will probably just not even want to play anyways. Let's look at what else we got. So I like the Garenbrig Paladin. It's pretty good. I like Reeve's Soul. Festive Funeral's okay, but I definitely don't want to take it this early. It's a nice removal spell when you want it, but not when you draw it. It's just most of the time it's kind of crappy. So Tiny's pretty good. Reeve's Soul's pretty good. Gingerbread Cabin's pretty good. Garenbrig Paladin's pretty good. I don't know if I want to commit to green necessarily. I think I'm rather just happier taking the Reeve's Soul at this point, and then seeing what else we get in our packs. So Tournament Grounds, if we were thinking about going into Mardu, which right now we theoretically could, we could go sort of red-black Knights maybe. It's a little early to know that, but we do have another way to pump things. That doesn't matter for Knights right now. So there's nothing really in this pack that's like, oh, gotta have this super great sort of card. So yeah, Hengewalker helps us keep off color right now, but maybe Tournament Grounds is something that we want. I don't really know. I haven't played enough of these drafts to know. I think maybe the safer pick is just Hengewalker here because it doesn't worry about what colors we are right now. Once in Future, pretty nice card. It wouldn't be bad if we were in green to be able to do that. You get your cards back by the time you want to cast that. I'm sure that you'll have 3 green lands to spend on it. So Curious Pair, Garenbrig Carver are both actually, okay picks. Not a huge fan of the Witch 7. The Queen of Ice is actually pretty nice. If we're going to go into blue, that's a good tempo. But I think I'm just going to take the better card. I think this is the best card in the pack, so I think we'll take Once in Future. Whether we end up playing it or not, I don't know. All right, so nothing awesome in this pack right now. We can stay colorless if we take Prophet of the Peak, or we can go with the Ogre Errant to help get in some beats. Giant Skewer is nice for food, which I think isn't bad, but right now it's not a great pick. Although, if we go into Knights, which we didn't take that land, so that doesn't really matter. Although equipment is equipment. I think we'll just take the Ogre Errant. It's not great, but I think I like it over Prophet of the Peaks and most of the other cards in this pack, at least right now. It's not bad to give something menace when you go to attack. So, all right. So Golden Eggs, pretty nice cantrip late in the game. Otherwise, in this deck, there isn't a huge amount of stuff. I guess the Arcanist Owl's pretty nice. Can draw you some cards later in the game. 4-mana 3/3 flyer isn't terrible. Don't necessarily want to go that way, so I think we'll just take the egg here. I mean, Secret Keeper, I guess we could try to go into mill. I mean, it's egg or Secret Keeper. I think egg's better at this point than Secret Keeper. So this is not our wheel. It looks kind of like our wheel, but it's not our wheel. I think I'm going to take Runaway Together here. The Raging Redcap can be... I guess it is a knight. I forgot about that. So maybe that's a better pick over this if we are thinking about trying to go red and maybe trying to go knights or something like that. So I don't feel terrible taking that card. It's probably not going to do a whole lot of work, but I almost think that Runaway Together is actually a better card in this sort of format because you can get people that have put counters in their creatures, or you can rebuy adventure cards or knock out an adventure that's targeting a creature, that sort of thing. So I kind of want to take Runaway Together. I think it might be a better card, so I think I will take that. Okay, so this is our wheel. So we already have one Runaway Together. I think I'm going to take a So Tiny. That's pretty nice removal as well. If we're going to be going into blue... because this card, no. These cards are okay. I don't love this card, but this card's pretty nice. This card is very nice. So maybe we're going to tilt into blue here with another So Tiny. I'm thinking that might be the case. I'm not a huge fan of Mantle of the Tides. We may play black. And right now we're not drawing a lot of cards. We may play black. We'll take this. I don't know if we'll end up playing that. We'll take the Drawbridge because I really don't like that card. I love the token though. That's nice. We're going to put this here. And Mystic Sanctuary, if we end up playing blue, is actually not a bad card. So, all right. Oh, well, that is a sign that we may actually want to play our black after all. Rankle. Rankle is not a bad card to get. Otherwise, in this pack, what's great? I don't remember what Covetous Urge does. Reveal their hand. You choose a non-land card from that player's graveyard or hand and exile it. You may cast that card as long as it remains exiled. You may spend mana of any color. So that's actually pretty cool. You get to steal their big thing, so you can actually get their their graveyard too. That's pretty cool. You get to play their best card in the graveyard of the hand. Not bad, not bad. Doesn't really matter what our battle plan is right here. Rankle's pretty dang good. Gives you card advantage. Well, doesn't really give you card. It gives you card parity, but it gets you your engine drawing if you are a blue-black, sort of second draw thing. I don't think we need to talk too much about that. A 3/3 flying haste for 4 that can make people sack creatures is pretty good. So we will happily take Mr. Rankle Bo Bankle, Banana Nana Fo Fankle. So looking at this, if we are going to go into black, what else do we want to have here? So if we're thinking blue-black, let's probably say no to both green and red and just tilt right into blue-black. I mean, there's no green card. Well, there's basically no green or red cards in this pack. Anyways, the white cards are meh. Winter Moon Commander. It's about knights right now. We're not on the knights thing. Sir Eleonora. Moonlit Scavengers, So Tiny. Barrow Witches, we don't have a lot of knights. This isn't a terrible card to have. But Tempo can be pretty good, especially for playing with Rankle. We can tempo them out and then rankle them. We have 2 So Tiny already, so I don't think I want to go with another So Tiny here. We're not super fast right now, so maybe we take the Paladin and hope to get maybe another Moonlit Scavengers or something like that. So let's take the Locthwain Paladin. I don't know if that was actually the right pick, but I can't tell. All right, so we're going to probably not do red, although Sir Kara is actually pretty good. But I think I'm more interested in Didn't Say Please or Reaper of Night. Reaper of Night's actually really quite powerful. Turn 4, you can make him discard 2 is pretty stunning. But at the same time, I think I kind of want to have Didn't Say Please. Not necessarily for the mill, just to like get spells, countered. Sometimes that's really good. We are kind of playing maybe a tempo. If we have a Moonlit Scavengers, we have a Runaway together. We can always get that back with Mystic Sanctuary, something like that. So, although I really would love to have Reaper of Night, I think we're going to take... well, yeah, I think we'll take Reaper of Night, actually. I think I want this card more for our deck, but this is just... I think a better play. A better pick here. Take Reaper of Night. So, we're not going to be... We're thinking not red... Righteousness. That's righteous. Scalding Cauldron, Scorching Dragonfire, Reeve's Soul are the cards I'm looking at right now. Hengewalker's not really where I think we're going to be. I think I like Reeve's Soul. Although, Scorching... Yeah, sorry, we're not playing red. Oh, my God. So it's Reeve's Soul here. It's not... I'd much rather... I'd love to see a Bake into a Pie here. I really am hoping to see a Bake into a Pie. Like, I'm just hoping we get one, because that's the removal I want. 2 Reef Soul's great for early, but sometimes there's big boys, and with blue you don't have much removal, you just have sort of that tempo. So Lost Legion's okay, Opt is alright, Mystic Sanctuary number 2 is probably not what I want. Unexplained Vision is pretty good. I'd rather this be the one that lets you draw for less mana as an instant speed, but I think we'll probably take it. I'll take the Opt. That's maybe helpful and more realistic, and if we're going up against Mill, we don't want to get hurt by that. Foreboding Fruit's pretty easy pick here. Memory Theft isn't great. None of these cards are like super great. I guess the Quarry can be okay, but yeah, we'll take the Fruit. So I think we'll take another Egg here. There's a lot of red removal flowing right now, which is pretty intense. I don't know about Festive Funeral. It's just sometimes it's just a dead card. It just sticks in your hand, doesn't do all that much. Although we already have 1 egg, and I guess we can maybe play it. It's nice to have removal, especially when we're not getting a lot of removal. It'd be really nice to get some, even if it's not ideal. Tome Raider versus Corridor Monitor. I think I'd rather have something that's going to draw me a card, so we'll take that. Bad Larry. Oh, there's a lot of memory thefts in here. Overwhelmed Apprentice. This can help with things that care. So like the So Tiny, we have 2 of those, so we'll take the Overwhelmed Apprentice. We have now 3 So Tinies. Whether or not we play them, who knows? Memory Theft number 2 is probably not what we're going to play, but hey, can't hurt to have it. We'll probably take Righteousness here for Vault Progress over Ferocity of the Wilds. Although you never know if you're actually going to play that one. We have red cards in our draft right now. Mystic Sanctuary number 2, probably won't play it. Not going to play the Fling. Probably just go ahead and take out these cards right now, just to get them out of there. All right, so we have Mirror Maid. We have a Moonlit Scavengers, Sir Conrad the Grim, Giant Skewer, Witch's Cottage, Forever Young, which probably is going to go up in our picks right now. We have a little bit of card draw, but more we have susceptibility to mill and long game interaction, that sort of thing. But I think what I want here is, would rare draft for the Mirror Maid, but I think Sir Conrad just would make our deck so much better right now. So I think that will be a better pick than... I'm gonna say no to rare drafting. We'll actually take the Sir Conrad here, with a nod to Forever Young, Moonlit Scavengers, and even the Giant Skewer. I mean, in this particular deck, it's actually be pretty good for us. Again, I hate to say it. I normally am all about value, but Return of the Wild Speaker, I'd love to take it. It's a rare draft, but we have Bognati, and Bognati... Although we don't have a lot of ways to... Actually, I don't think we actually have any ways to make food. That's an interesting point. We have no food producers. So I don't even think Bognati's very good. A 5-mana 3/3? Why don't I just spend 4 mana on a 3/3 flyer with the Vantress Paladin? And Sir Eleanor the Discerning. I guess that can be pretty good. We can draw some cards at instant speed. So how's our curve looking? So yeah, I don't think we're gonna take Bognati. That's the first time I'd ever passed a Bognati when I was playing black. I guess. Oh, sorry. We have Foreboding Fruit. That's the only thing that we have that makes fruit. But I don't think that's actually worth taking the Bognati. Although, yeah, we're in pack 3. So how much are we gonna really get into food production? We're not in green, which is where the more the food production is. So I think it's either Vantress Paladin or Sir Eleonora. I don't love the Eye Collector very much, so what do I want to do here? I think I want to go with the flyer here, so I think we'll take... Well, I haven't played Sir Eleonora, so I don't know how it's going to be, so I think we will take that. Ooh, okay, so this is interesting. So I think Witching Well would fit our deck better right now, but Fae of Wishes is a nice card, and I think this is the kind of thing that actually, I'm glad we took Festive Funeral now, because we can go ahead and take Fae of Wishes here, and then, like, if we don't want to main deck Festive Funeral, we can go get it for, what, 4 mana? We can go snag anything out of our board if that's really expensive or necessarily very specific against a certain matchup. Like, for instance, if we were playing red and we wanted to have red cat melee, if we were playing red-blue, like, cool, we don't main deck that. Because, yeah, it's not terrible if you have to sack a land late game, but let's say early on, you don't have a lot of mana, maybe there's a big threat in the board that you just need to kill early, like a Wandermare that's going to get really big or something like that. You can go grab that with Fae of Wishes out of your sideboard, throw that down, and if your opponent is... Actually, that Wandermare doesn't work because it's not red, but you know what I'm trying to say. So that's actually a pretty nice thing to have. So Tiny number 4, no. Witching Well number 1, yes. But Fae of Wishes, I think let's go with a yes. Makes it a little bit easier to mold our deck into something that we want. So... Oh, this is painful. So, again, I think we're going to have to pass 3 rares in this particular pack, which makes me die. One of them is a mythic, too. But Reaper of Night, number 2, I think I'd like that. Because that gives us nice endgame, and it gives us a lot of card disadvantage for our opponent. So I'm really sad that this is the 3rd one, and this one's a mythic, but I think Reaper of Night just fits in our deck so much better. Obviously, that deck is not going to go in here. That card's not going to go in our deck at all. All right, so it looks like we chose our colors well, because we have a lot of blue-black cards going well. So this is pretty nice. Folio of Fancies. So if we wanted to go mill, we could now. We have a way to slow the game down. This is kind of our only way to mill our opponent. We haven't had any Secret Keepers or anything like that. All right, cool. This is great. We didn't have to worry about passing that Witching Well. We got ourselves a Witching Well, so we can get our Scry on. Lash of Thorns over Moonlit Scavengers. We have 3 6-drops already. I think maybe we want to go with the Lash here. I like Moonlit better, but we already have a lot to do up top. Although if we just ignore these as creatures, we only have 1. And then late game, this does prolong the late game. This is more of a... Yeah, this is a creature. I think we'll probably be happier with that pick anyways. Mantle of Tides, I guess, over Jousting Dummy. I don't think I'm going to play either of them. I guess this just says fog up the board, though, a little bit earlier. All right, so Moonlit Scavengers number 3 is not where we want to be. I mean, Witch's Cottage would be good, but I think Forever Young is actually a better card for us right now. If we are going mill, this is a better one. Vantress Paladin, did we end up taking that earlier? We didn't. We took the Sir Eleonora. Maybe this is that pack that wheeled over, yeah, because I think that was in there. So we will take that and be happy about it. I don't like the Eye Thief. So Tiny number 4? No, I think we'll go with Witching Well number 2. Jousting Dummy, more likely to play, but probably won't play at all. So Tiny number... Okay, this is just ridiculous. And then our Guide Mother. All right, so let's build this right quick. So we have 8 cards to drop, which is not really that surprising. I don't even know if it's worth playing the Fabled Passage. So I think we'll just drop that out and not really worry about it. I think we might take Memory Theft out. We will take out maybe 2 of those. We'll take out 1 for now. Jousting Dummy, we're not gonna want to play really. Run Away Together, Folio, Fancy Fae of Wishes, those are all fine. I think we can probably drop out the Overwhelming Apprentice because we have some early creatures. Although we really don't want to cast Fae of Wishes on turn 2. Hengewalker, I don't think we need. Although that is a 3-drop creature, so we might want to actually keep that. Yeah, we might want to keep that in our... Well... Yeah, I think I'd rather drop a 2-drop than anything, but none of these look like I really want to drop them. We got a lot of small mana interactions, so at least we know that as we get up in mana, we can still do things. We can multi-spell pretty easily because we have a lot of these. Yeah, drawing so tiny in our opening hand isn't ideal, but it's something that does scale with the game, especially because of the if they have 7 or more in their graveyard. So I'm pretty happy with that. right now. So we will go ahead and put Festive Funeral in our sideboard so we can grab it with the Fae of Wishes if we want to. I don't think I'm going to worry too much about Memory Theft. I guess... Do we want to play the Apprentice? It does turn on the So Tinies a little faster, but I don't know if it's all that great. The egg, I think, we'll be happy with. It does replace itself in late game. That's really nice. Sir Eleonora. It's not bad to have, especially with Rankle if we can get some more cards in our hand. Paladin. Tomb Raider, we want Foreboding Fruit. We want Memory Theft maybe is one of our cuts. So let's cut that. Let's cut the Apprentice. I almost want to cut the Opt, but we're not going to do that. So really the only thing this deck is missing as far as I'm concerned, it would be a couple, like, if we had, like, Bacon to a Pie, like 2 Bacon to a Pie, it would be delectable. I'd probably take out a So Tiny and maybe... run away together for that, but we don't. We're not so lucky as to get that. So we are gonna go like this, and maybe we drop the Opt. I mean, it doesn't. It's just a little bit of card filtering. We have 2 Witching Wells, so let's drop the Opt. Maybe we'll go back to that. We can always snag it out of our. That would be a terrible thing to snag out of our sideboard. Never mind. Pretend I didn't say that. We can also Fae of Wishes for something like Memory Theft, or even Hengewalker if we need that. So, all right. I think this is the way we'll run the deck. We're a little bit heavier into blue, so we have 9. So I think that's not too bad. It's a little bit of an equal split. So not a lot of creatures, but that's okay. I think we can actually make this work. It's got some good interaction, and we have a serious late game with 2 Sirs, Moonlit Scavengers, Reaper of Night. So I think this is going to be okay. So let's jump into some games. Stick around. All right, let's get into our game 1 with Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi is our Game 1 opponent. This is a really slow opening hand. I mean, if we really need to just drop Fae of Wishes, we can. I'm not super worried about not having the ability to get stuff out of the sideboard. And then we could maybe get a turn 4. What, Fear of the Harvest or Harvest Fear or something like that? Alright, well that's not great, a double blue spell off the top, but let's just go for it. I mean, we can cast our time earlier than that. Alright, good. Our opponent's not doing all that much, so I think we will just pass and we will not go ahead with the Fae of Wishes just yet. See what they do. We're going to cast the... really... I would love to just sack this little Tome Raider. Draw a swamp now, or an island would be better. So next turn, let's draw any land. Particularly an island would be great. Oh, they were curving out pretty bad. Well, we could at least get them to sack one of them. We didn't draw the land, so that's not really that great. So we can't even Fae Wishes and Witching Well. I think we just kind of need to get our lands in order, get our ducks in a row, as they say. So Witching Well will scry. I think this is actually pretty good. We do need to keep the Tome Raider around to sack to Rankle. So we're not going to attack. Or, sorry, not going to block. Ouch. Forgot about that part. Well, it could have been worse. We could have lost Rankle. Rankle the skiddly diddly daddly dankle. Alright, so now it's looking like we don't really want to Rankle because there's so much pressure. But that's kind of our best bet right now. Harvest Fear is bad, so I think we just Rankle. Do we die to the crackback? No, we could take 9 and go to 3. Well, we also might lose. We're just going to attack. We'll just discard. We're going to discard this Scavengers right now. Because Tempo would be nice, but at the same time, that's still 2 mana off. Okay, so maybe they're trying to get something to clear out the Tome Raider, because then we're going to be taking 10, going to 2. I don't really want to discard anything at random. Unless they have some sort of trampler. I think we didn't do very well in sequencing these things, so it's really too bad we can't Reave Soul on that. So if we... So I guess we can bounce, or we can destroy the Queen of Ice. So we can't... getting the discard stuff isn't that great, so we're going to kill the Queen of Ice. Or maybe not, depending on what they are going to do here. Maybe they have a... Didn't say please. Okay. That's unfortunate. Really wish I had that so tiny. Well, that's unfortunate, because that makes it a lot harder to do anything here. Oh, so they can't... Oh, no! Oops. I forgot that. Put another card in their hand. Oh, darn. Alright, well... I'm just getting used to the deck, so... Bear with us. Alright, that was game 1. Let's get back into game 2 in a moment. Alright, here's game 2 with... Elmnop. Alright, I think we can keep this. We have action for early stuff. And we also have turn 1 Witching Well, which will give us a scry into something maybe to cast these coming up. So that seems like a nice way to start. We don't want the Mystic Sanctuary yet. And I think we can probably be okay with a Witching Well. Because putting that in the bottom, we don't know if we'll get a land the following turn, so I think it's actually okay here. So hopefully, yeah, so there's a land. We'll put that in the bottom. Play a land and pass. So I would have liked to have that been an island for the Adamant on the Vantress Paladin and the Sir Eleanor, but... Eleanor, SI. But it is what it is. What are you going to do? So hopefully you can draw an island. Didn't draw an island, just a removal. So that's no good. And removal that we can't use right now. Both kinds. Alright, so hopefully I don't play a witch thing, the witch stalker, because that's like a big boy, and we didn't have ways to deal with big boys. That's easy, we can kill that. Of course, now we draw the land. But I think what we can wait on is just wait on the Paladin to try to get it to be a 3/3. So I'd like to see another island. We'll probably lead with that guy. That lady, I should say, not a guy. That's okay, we don't have a lot of small boys and girls, so I guess maybe we just pull the trigger on this. It makes that considerably less nice when there's this thing that... Yeah, actually, that's really not very good for us. I'm just gonna Reave Soul. Oh, the Bognati, eh? That's a good target for, So I don't have any food yet. Do we just Reave Soul and Fae of Wishes? Fae of Wishes doesn't do all that much, but it does block, so... Yeah, that's a pretty bad creature to have on the board, so... So I know this is only dealing 1 damage, but that's okay. There isn't a lot in our sideboard that is worth getting, I believe, so... Well, that's interesting that they would kill that one, but they did get a food out of it, so that's uncool. I'm glad we killed the Bognati, although this is just getting worse as we don't have cards in our hand. Well, they're going to take the Eleonora. Would have rather have had Eleonora on the board. Although now it'll be a 2 damage attacker if we were to anyways. Alright, Swamp. Like we just sack one. Go digging. And then maybe we go get Eleonora. We'll wait on that, actually. Although we may just get Harvest Feared. Or another Memory Theft. But... Okay, that's weird. This deck is... Maybe they're just drawing their weird cards. Well, the Bognati's good, though. Oh my god. It's so tiny. Alright, so maybe we go Adamant and draw some cards. Ooh, almost didn't pay the Adamant there. Alright, so there's Rankle Bobankle. Maybe we just go ahead and... Although no, we're just going to go to attacks. And I guess we will So Tiny this Scarecrow. It's so tiny. Oh, it's so tiny. Well, that was pretty silly for the creature sacking thing, but that's okay. We don't need to sack... Whoa, we don't need to sack creatures. Alright, that's a nice play. What else do we have in our graveyard? What was the other creature that we lost? The Fae of Wishes. Well, I guess we just Rankle. Can add mana of any color. If we Rankle, we have the ability to do other stuff as well. Instant speed if we need a So Tiny something else, so... Maybe we just pass, or just drop this guy? Adamant? Wish we had one more land. I don't think we have any reason to, like, not sack our food, so we're going to sack our food on their end step. Because we don't need that around. I don't think we have any food synergies in our deck, so... It's not that I can remember. Alright, they got a lot of mana. What's this other one? The Bognauti. That's fine. Can't do much about it. So they're going to get their Death Toucher back. I'm not sure how to trigger those. Oh, they probably did want to draw that. That's the bigger one. Alright, well that's unfortunate. Although we can just so tiny that as well. Okay, so we can't Rankle and Harvest Fear. Or Fear of Harvest. Kind of want him to lose the Bognauti right now. And they're not going to go for it. So we could just hard cast this, but we could also just have them discard too. Hopefully they have something good that we're just making them ditch. Health, Thorn, Lash, Thing. And then we can also just get our creatures back with Forever Young. So they are going to do the food thing, probably in the Lautering. Yeah. It's not a big deal. Makes me happy that I did not play out Rankle earlier, because Rankle would have been just sprankled. Yep, makes sense. Yep. Take our damage. I think we're going to save So Tiny for the Death Toucher, actually. Alright, so there is that. I think we drop this bad Larry now. Then we pass. No blocks. We have 6, 9 in the air, so they're almost dead. I guess they can have bacon to a pie right now, actually. They may have bacon to a pie. Yep. It's time to bake. Bake it, bake, bake, bake. Shake and bake. Alright, I think I feel pretty safe right now. None. Oh no, that sound effect's going to stay for the rest of the time now. That's interesting that they didn't do that earlier. Oh, they may be trying to discard a card. Yeah. I guess what we can do is just get Rankle back. I don't know how this is going to go. I want to draw Rankle, although it doesn't matter. I'm going to draw both of them. Ah, now they can order them. They couldn't used to not be able to do that. All right, so it's safer in my hand or it's safer on the deck? I think it's actually safer in my, not in my hand. Yeah, because I couldn't cast either. Yeah, that sound effect's just going to stay there spinning, isn't it? Okay, so they're going to get food this way. Although they're not going to get... Oh, they're going to get one food. So they can sack each of the creatures for one food, and then they can throw it at something. So I'm playing a little bit of a slower game here. So there's a possibility that they will sack, and they can do -6 total. So they could kill the Reaper Knight, but then they're losing out on all their creatures on the ground. So there's that, but I'm also, like, this way I can have a bigger attack all in one. Draw some cards. Okay, that's nice to have. We'll go to my turn. They don't have any cards in hand. Drop the Rankle. Four, five, six. So we can't cast all of it, but they also they can't block. They can kill one, take 4. So yeah, I think we're just gonna attack with everything here and hope that we don't die. I mean, they are, I forgot about the life gain, actually, but the So Tiny is going to help us out with that. Okay, so they're sacking the oven. At least they're not getting the... Oh, but its power wasn't 4 or greater. That was a bug. Alright, so we lose our Rankle, which is unfortunate. That is going to happen. But now they lose... Because they're going to take 8, 9, 10. I guess they could go to 1? Because they have a bunch of food. But we're going to lose out because of the ravens. Yeah, so I think that was actually like... that. Now it's just, they just lost their creature. Oh, they didn't lose it. Sorry, yes, okay. They can do it one more time. So it is unfortunate the Bogmay's not going to die. Now it's just going to eat up our creatures. But it can't attack or damage next turn. But then again... we can't really attack either. So we need to... it's not looking good for us because of the damage output. So that doesn't matter. Well, it's a sack to drop health points. So we need... that tempo card is what we need right now. That's not... oh, well! Instant or sorcery? We can get a Reeve Soul? An attack for the win? Is that what it is? I think that's what it is. No, it puts it on the top of our library, though. I don't know if we will win this. So we have a Reeve Soul coming. So if we draw the Reeve Soul, we take down the Bognati. Oh, no! Are you kidding? Alright, so we somehow have to gain some life. We don't have that ability. Wow, I didn't think about that. Do you have anything better in here? No, I don't think that would make us... I guess, yeah, we couldn't have done that because it would have dropped our life total. We would have net 1, I guess. Which, in this case, could have done it, so... Really, we need to get someone pumped up. I think they just... I don't think they should even... Witches... They should just Witches Oven... Yeah, the Bognati, because then they get food. And that's going to basically mean they win the game. Because we have no way to actually kill them. Because when we attack... Oh, no, we could have... Oops. No, we would have taken 4. Because we have 2... They have 2 Revenge Ravens. Alright, so we need to figure out how can we get this down. We can't return anything. Like... We got 12 cards left. Run away together doesn't matter. So that doesn't help us, right? No. Nothing in our graveyard. So really, our life total is what's holding us back. So really, what we need to do is... I don't think we can actually win this game now. I don't think it's possible, because now we can't attack with a single creature. We don't have an artifact or enchantment, so that doesn't even matter. I don't think we have a way out of this game now. Because of that the third one just cemented it. So yeah, we have... I guess we could have gotten this. We do have another Mystical Sanctuary. Is that our last card, though? Yeah. So the fact that Mystical Sanctuary is our last card, we can get a food. But no, we can't even attack with a single creature. That's going to matter anyways. I don't remember what's in our deck. There might be a way to win here, but I don't remember. So, sorry, if they... At the beginning of combat in your turn, any opponent may sacrifice a creature. If that player does, you gain 3 life, you draw a card. Okay. Trample? I guess they could just use it as food. Oh my god, these lands. Ugh. Wow, the Revenge of the Ravens is really just killing me right now. Yeah, sure, whatever. Alright, we got 7 cards left. Is that it? Is that it? Is that gonna do it? So that means I can attack with 1 creature. 1 creature. We got 12 cards, we got 5 cards. Yikes. Okay, well, uh-oh. Alright, gonna want to bounce this one because it makes a bigger... It has an effect. Oops. Alright, so... I got one attack? That's so bad. Oh. That's an island, that's not gonna do it. Alright, so... Doesn't even matter that I don't get to bounce something. So now I don't believe there's a way to win. Because even with the Foreboding Fruit, we won't get enough life without the... Yeah, and they can just... So without the Foreboding Fruit, we can't get enough life now that the Ginger Brew's pressuring us. And they're just going to sack things for life anyways, so... Alright, so there's two unknown cards in our deck. I don't remember what they are. They have 10 in their library. Well, that didn't work. Although, no, they both require tapping. So now there's another card in our hand. This is so bad. So we can't actually make it work, right? Because they don't have any cards. We can't make them draw any cards. Oh. Yeah, right, there's nothing in our graveyard that can do it. So we can't gain any life. That's really what it is, just the life gain. Because even if we sacked, they'd gain life, so it wouldn't even net us anything. Yep. Because we can draw 1, 2, 3 cards. If we draw 3 cards, I can only draw 2, so they'll have 3. We'll probably just end up playing something anyways. That's just a forest. Yeah, that was the smart thing to do. Because I have 3. Alright, so right now they're going to discard for a creature to an opponent's hand. Yeah, so they're just going to put... They're going to mill for 2, so we can't actually do it. There's nothing in our graveyard here, right? I guess we can return. We draw 2 cards. Alright, so it is possible here. So we're Mystic Sanctuary. We're going to get back Runaway together. So we have one more turn to do this. We can bounce a creature back to their hand. They have 3 cards in hand. They have 7 cards in their library. We can mill them on their upkeep. Okay, we might actually get this. So we're going to go full control. We're not going to attack. We're going to go to their main. We're holding full control. Passing to draw. In their draw step. Oh no, oh no, that's next turn. Never mind. Alright, we don't need full control now. So if we can survive this turn, they have 4 cards in hand. They have 2 cards in their library. That might... That's gonna... Well, we both die, technically. Alright, so they just wanted to get all their cards out of their hand. We're going to go to combat. Decline. Pass to attackers. They just attack with a Ginger Brew. That's going to be pretty cool. They didn't attack. They didn't attack? Do we actually have the chance to win here? So we draw a card. I think we actually win here. I think we can actually win here. Oh no, does it fizzle? Oh no, it fizzles! Oh, that was close. Alright, so that didn't happen. Oh, it does come back. There's still 2 targets. Boom! All right, so we can bounce another creature. Oh man, this is gonna be epic if we can. I don't know how Conrad will work. Bounce the troll. I'm surprised they didn't attack. Okay, so then what do we do here? Do we So we can't get them. If you can't mill, do you lose? I don't know. They have 2 cards in their library. I don't know what happens when we activate Conrad. Do I just lose here? No, because I can't. I can't! It's gonna work. Holy crap! It worked! Glad I played it fast and loose on the rules there. Wow, that was incredible. That was... I need to lie down. Wow, okay, cool. So that was game 2. Right. Here we are for game 3 against Archaea. Archaea? Like Archaea? Like bacteria? Archaea? Archaea. We're not going to keep this, although it's cool to have these for the scry. We just don't have the blue mana and don't want to risk not drawing it and doing nothing. This is a little bit better. It's not great, but it's an artifact that can turn on this thing whenever we get there. We can mill things to make that work, so we will keep this. And I think we'll put back... Actually, I think we'll put this back. All right. Castle Ardenvale. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Time to get our folio of fancies out. We can just go mill game. So I'm thinking we're not going to be able to win the race if they keep things up, so I think we'll kill this and then pass, and then we'll have to wait on the folio. Although they're just going to dump their hand out. Yeah, so we lost our ability to do that, so there's no adamant there. It's all vigilant things. Oof. Right, didn't get the adamant off the Locthwain. But we can also just, we're 29 to their 25 already. We can probably just try to really turn up the knobs and then, you know, one... Like, if we get one more, we can have him draw 3 cards. Mill 3 cards. Yikes. Oh, for some reason I thought it was when, oh, okay. Are we on the mill plan? We don't have a lot of mill cards, but are we on the mill plan of folio? Because they're just going to kill that, which is why I didn't bother. So they get to play it. They're probably going to play that, because why not? No, their hand... Wait, players? Players have no maximum hand size. Oh. Yep. All right, we're going all mill is what we're doing right now. We're going all mill. Oops, it's 3. Auto pay. Here we go. Going for the mill plan here, people. All right, we got double Mystic Sanctuary, so we can get back Reeve Soul and kill the Sir Kara, maybe. Next turn, that is. We'll play out Mystic Sanctuary. Yes. We will play out Sir Conrad. We don't have a third land, though. 5. So we can't do both. And this is a good time to mill. So we don't have the ability to do both. We'll probably just end up pinging this. They'll take 4. We'll go to 8. Or go to 4. Next turn we can do that. So maybe we do this. Let's see what we draw. Maybe we draw another removal spell. How much does this cost? 3. So yeah, let's put out this. We'll draw a card. It's Reeve's Soul. We still can't do it. Dang it. Arrgh. All right, so that's fine. We'll just mill. Because now they're at 14. We should have done their draw step, but they may have had an instant or something like that. Didn't look like it, but they may have. So they'll probably ping will take 3. But they don't exile a card, which is probably what they should do because they're going to be in the possibility of getting milled. Oh, or we just get gamed. Okay, good game. Well, that was unfortunate. We were going to get there. If they didn't have that, that card is a beast. Game 4. Here's game 4. Game 4 against Megidoladyne. Megidoladyne. All right. Opponent goes first. We have a Mystic Sanctuary, Witching Well, and a Moonlit Scavenger, Reeve's Soul, Paladin. Okay, I think we're going to keep this. I don't like having this in our opening hand when we don't have anything to do with it, but I do want a Witching Well. Although I guess we could take a turn off. We do want to have a Reeve's Soul, and we don't have necessarily a 3-drop, so I think we can do that. I don't want that right now. Although we have 1, 2, 3 islands. So I guess theoretically that could work. Then we can get our Reeve's Soul back, which would be kind of nice. We have a swamp too, yeah. Okay, so we can play a tempo game here to get rid of a lot of small drops that they have if we play our cards right. Like, that's something that we can kill with Reeve's Soul this turn. And we can still play lands every turn, too, so it's not like we have an issue with that. Alright, so Mystic Sanctuary, Mystic Sanctuary. We'll get back nothing. We will just plop that on the battlefield and go. And we'll probably just end up playing this without the Adamant, because we can't really do all that much. Ooh, well, maybe we actually just make them discard 2 cards. Harvest Fear that bad, Larry. Unless they got, didn't say please. Which is possible. Nope, they just went, ooh, they are flooded like Flood City over here. Yikes. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, well, we will go ahead and plop that out. Draw that next turn, and then plop out this guy, which they will probably promptly kill. Yep. Makes sense. Resolves. 28 to 29. 27 to 29. Oh, 28. Okay, so that's fine. They don't really need any. I think we might as well kill stuff. Mystic Sanctuary, get it back. Then we'll probably draw 2 on... Well, no, we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can... If they don't do anything, we'll just... 2, 6, 8... Yeah, we're going to keep this. We're not going to want to rush through our game right now, so... And I could drop this, but I'd rather get a tempo play on them. Well, that's pretty lame. And we're definitely not going to have them return that. Is it a May? No, it's return target creature in opponent control. So play something else, please. Oh. Well, they don't want to return that either. Oh, and they took our Dang, they took our creature that we wanted. Alright, well, we theoretically, if we draw a land, we'll play... the 9. We didn't. We don't necessarily want to Reave Soul. We don't want to return the Secret Keeper back. They're not playing black, so they don't have a lot of recursion. So maybe we just play out our egg. So I guess we are behind now as far as cards in library. We got 3 cards. We're gonna crack. Could play the Reaper. Oh, I don't know when they're black, man. That's why it's saying to crack that. So actually, no, we'll play this one. Pass. I guess we're on the... Maybe the Eleonora game can do us. These are some weird games. Like, so like I played... This is probably like my 5th or 6th draft, and these games that I've been having are... I guess the length of them... What are they doing? Is that the... Draw a bunch of cards spell? Instant speed? I don't know what that was. They got something in instant speed. These games are different. Like, the grindy long is not that surprising, but it's the other weird, like, I don't know, it's a weird format. Super different than M20, that's for sure. Which I did enjoy, especially towards the end. It's very different. Alright, so we have a whole bunch of So Tinies. So we have 17 cards, they have 23. So it would be really nice to find that. The folio. I guess they could have a So Tiny as well. Oh, So Tiny. And we have 6 cards. Okay. Oops, didn't want to block. No blocks. Okay. So we have an artifact, so we might as well play this to Spore Cap Spider back in their hand. Just to use their mana, because we can't... We don't know what's in our wish board at this point. Alright, so... Maybe we aren't in the mill plan necessarily. I don't know what our opponent has. They have a lot of cards in hand, but so do we. But we know what we have in our hands. I'm really confused at what they're doing. Like, I don't know what... They have some sort of damage redirect spell, or... Are they trying to, like, run... Okay, so they're... Okay. Okay, so then we replay... this. Bounce the Spore Cap Spider again? I guess. And then we could do a Fae of Wishes, but I don't see a reason to do that. 3. So we have 7 cards. I don't have to discard. Alright, this is a weird game. So they must have huge mana spells in their hand. That's the only thing I can think of. Otherwise, I have no idea. Okay, so they're playing out their hand again. They're drawing a card. Drawing a card. We'll draw a card. Go to our turn. We get a swamp. So we'll go ahead and attack. Or no, do we Reave Soul? No, I think we just play the knight afterwards. Okay. So now next turn, so they have an opt probably. Oh, that's so tiny. That's so tiny. That's so tiny. Oh, that's so tiny. All right, so we still only have 6. So it's still going to do some damage. So we're going to Reave Soul, which would actually drop the Reaper of Night. So maybe we don't want to do that. Okay. Oh, that's cool animation. Never seen that before. That's pretty cool. Ooh, hey there, Rankle baby. What's going on? How you living? So we can Reave Soul the Spore Cap Spider. We can't. We have to play Rankle and sack the egg. Yeah. Oops. Doesn't matter. We'll just sack the Reaper of Night if it gets through. It doesn't get through. Okay, so they're going to take 4. And then we're not going to do anything. End turn. Doesn't matter. Inconsequential. We will Reave Soul next turn. Although drawing the cards is going to be pretty brutal. But we have 4 in the air. Yeah, they're still going to take 5. Woo! All right, cool. That was game 4. All right, here we are back for game 5 with Benji Cat. Benji Cat is our opponent. We are on the play with a mediocre hand, but we can hopefully hit them with a Harvest Fear pretty early. Drop a so tiny land. I don't know why I keep saying it that way, but hey, nice land. Reef Soul's a nice thing to have. Early damage prevention. Key creature removal for underpowered creatures. Double swamp for our opponent with a golden egg to boot. We draw a swamp. We will go ahead and play a swamp and pass. So, oops, sorry. So is Harvest Fear what we really want to do next turn? I think it depends on what we draw. We don't want to do nothing. I think doing nothing would be bad. So bottom 1, top 1. We're not going to bother so tinying that right now. So there's an island. So we'll play the island. So next turn we can go into Sir Eleanor. We will go ahead and target our opponent to discard not 1 but 2 cards. I love the swirlies over there in the Harvest Sphere. All right, so land and an island. So they must have other islands, or they're just not worrying about. This is like playing eggs over here. So we did there eggs. It's funny. All right, pass for our opponent. Mystic Sanctuary for our draw. We'll go ahead and drop Sir Eleanor. If they don't have some way to counter it, and then they do, we will draw a card. We'll draw a Runaway Together. And then pass the turn. And so now this would sort of... Do we want to... Okay, so they're drawn. They're getting a food. We could Reeve Soul. If we drop an island, it will give us the ability to rebuy either a Runaway Together or Reeve Soul. Right now, we don't want to have any reason to run away together unless we have a Reaper that we want to rebuy. So there's a swamp. So I think we can go ahead and Reeve Soul. What are they going to do? They're going to... I don't know what they could be doing. Okay, they do nothing. Well, they were going to run away together. And pass. So we have a Runaway Together. We have a Reeve Soul in the bin that we can buy back if we have another island to play in the next couple turns. We have 4, 5, 6 lands, so the Reaper of the Night is online and 1 more land drop. So we don't have ability to run away together, so we're just going to lose that. So we do lose our fighter. That's okay. It got in for a little bit of damage. Not upset by that. Not upset by that at all. Alright, draw so tiny, which doesn't do all that much. We don't have all that much action right now. I think we just go ahead and Mystic Sanctuary to drop the Reaper next turn. So they maybe have food issues, or food, because there is not much of a reason not to sack all these, unless they're playing weird colors. Yeah, so there it is. So that would have been a nice thing to throw food at. They can't throw food right now. But we can rankle and then sautane. Mystic Conflict. I don't... Yeah, so... Go in for the kill. So they kind of have to block, because otherwise they can sack a they have to sack a creature, which is the thing. So it's really, it's either you trade or you make me sack Rankle. Right? Or you ever run away together. Which is what it looks like. Yeah, okay. Okay, okay. Okay. That was a little stinky, but that's okay. We'll end our turn. So they still have 5. They still won't have enough unless they make a land drop to do the Bognaughty and have it up. So if they... Because this is a filter, right? Yeah. So they can't do both. All right, so we have that. Got our Rankle on. Well, don't have much to do about that. Okay, so they got another food, which is a little bit unfortunate. Play out our swamp and pass the turn. You just get it. I guess we should have gotten it back, but next turn we can get it back and play it. But now they have the ability to Bognaughty and throw food at it. But we can just Reef Soul. Which is, I think, pretty nice. Unless they got a pump spell. Alright, cool. So that's that. We get our Rankle back. Draw our Rankle. Play our Rankle. Now what do you got? So tiny? Oh no, so not so tiny. Each player discards a card. Please don't have the sound effect for the rest of the game, please. We'll discard. So tiny. Oh, we both did! Nice! That was funny. We both discarded So Tinies. So I wonder if they have a So Tiny or something else that's better. Oh, come on! Man. Alright, so they have ability to counter this. I will drop this. And then drop this. And that way we can actually get our Rankle back if they play a creature for a little bit of a tempo hit. They'll probably start sacking for food. Oh, no, they don't. What are they looking at? They're getting back Creachies? Probably getting back that Bognaughty. Get that Bognaughty back. Alright, so I'd love them to play a creature. Especially something that maybe is expensive. So looking at the graveyard. Yep, they're getting back Bognaughty and Lost Legion. So they'll probably play the Bognaughty. So they can't... They're not going to block. And this is the time to do it, so... So, that's fine. Do we just play this out right now? I think we do. I think we discard. Yeah, so they're going to kill Rankle. If they don't kill Rankle, we kill the Bognati, and then we win. They're not killing Rankle? Forcing your hand to kill Rankle. Get in for 4. For some reason I think you could draw a card with that golden egg. I guess not. So they're just using it for mana fixing or having artifacts or something like that. So they're going to probably play out their Legion. So they have to play a flyer here or a removal spell. Because otherwise... Okay. Top of the library. Doesn't help them. Because these don't draw cards. So I think that's game? Right? Because I also thought the Golden Eggs drew cards, but it was only when the ETB they draw cards. So I think Benji Cat can gain some life, and then that's going to be about the only thing they can do. It's not game. I was wrong about that, because they can gain 6 life. So that puts them to 4. Yep. Maybe they scry for something better. So we could use something right now. Okay, so Bognati is on the... I guess they don't have to let us know. Yes, they can sack both their eggs, so really it would be cool to get a tempo, or not a tempo card, but yeah, they're going to gain their life. We're going to go... We're going to attack for 4. We're going to go looking at our wish board. I think we just get a removal spell because we can, right? Because otherwise, like, drawing an extra card is not going to help. So they'll probably want to sack their egg to get some life. But now they have the Bognati they can play, but we can kill the Bognati because we have 7 cards in our graveyard. Yep, so I think we just win here. Yeah, alright, cool. That was game. Back for game 6 against Yazarkrits. Yazarkrits. Ugh, this is a bad hand. Love the action, but bad hand. This is a better hand. And I think we put maybe Eleonora on the bottom. We're so tiny. I kind of like the power we got, but this is going to help us from getting run over by an aggro deck, which, you know, maybe actually be in the format. Do we want to drop Sarah Eleanor in the bottom? I think we do. We have 2 islands, so 1 more, and this will get be a 3/3. We have 2 3/3s flyers. I like that card though. Oh well. Not much you can do about it when you need to keep action. You need to keep fire. I guess we don't have another swamp, so we could love to draw a swamp and an island all the same time. Well, there's our swamp, so that's fine. Theoretically, I should have played the... Actually, no, it does not matter. I'm guaranteed to have 4 mana on turn 4, so... Is there any reason why I would not want to play Rankle next turn? I don't think so. So the mana doesn't matter. For some reason, there's some like onboard combat trick. Oh, that's easy. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. So I think we just Rankle it up. Rankle, Bobankle, Banana, Nana, Fofankle. We don't do anything. We just attack for 3 right now. Oh, that sound effect stuck around. I don't understand how to stop that. Maybe I have to wave over the effects. Hopefully we can get it on our next go. Alright, so I think what I'd like to do is draw an island next turn. And if we don't draw an island, I think we Foreboding Fruit and then So Tiny up, keep So Tiny up as a pseudo-combat trick. Because it looks like they might go Voltron on this Raging thing. Okay, so they're going to choose red. Are we going to barge in, or is that more than 2? So we'll take 4. I guess what I could go for is... They're going to do the red cap thing? Oh, yikes. Nice. Alright, so now we will have the island. So we can Foreboding Fruit and keep up So Tiny. Or do we just get this guy out as a 3/3 and then Foreboding Fruit and So Tiny next turn? We have the long game, so maybe I'll just go like this. Now that rankle sound effects. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but here, let's see if we can hear that. Can you hear that? Yeah, now you can hear it. It's awful. Let's bring that back down low. Maybe you could hear it before, too. I don't know. Alright, so we have them reaving our soul here. Maybe not. Reaving our soul. Not reave soul, because that's not 3. Spinning wheel, holding up 2 red. Or possibly 3 red. So they could have that fire thing that does 4 damage with adamant, 3 damage, streaking blaze, or some shilly shenanigans like that. Or they just have another goblin. Well, Reef Soul. Oh, no blocks. Interesting. Okay. Well, Foreboding Fruit. We don't have adamant, but that's fine. Okay, so there is the other swamp. But I want to play the island, so we have 2 Satanis. Alright, so they're probably going to use their mana and attack. They're thinking they're attacking for 8, but they're not going to attack for 8. Maybe. So they have 5 mana, so they could just tap our creature on our turn anyways. It'd be weird if they didn't attack. I don't see why they wouldn't attack. It's only got 1, so that's going to do some damage. That is how much? That's just 1 red, yeah. So it's going to do 4 damage still. And they got another barge in? So I'm just taking 4 here. Yeah, okay, so we go to 10. Now they're not going to do any damage unless they have pump spells. There is enough damage to tap. I don't have... an artifact in play. So I can't bounce anything. I don't want to bounce anything. Okay, they tap that creature. They leave combat. They play that, and we play that. No artifact. I don't have an artifact. Where's my artifact? An enchantment? Where's my artifact? Oh, I have... Oh, oops. the So Tinies are enchantments. Now I feel like a total goon. Apparently reading the card explains the card. I don't know if you knew that. Well, at least we have a blocker that essentially does something. Oh my god, a third one? Oh, that would have been so much better as a Reeve Soul. Alright, so theoretically we could get back the Foreboding Fruit to give us a Yum Yum. So now they have 2. So I think we kind of have to pull the trigger here, although it would be really paid off. Next turn, we're going to take 4. They're going to lose 1. They're going to tap the big boy. If they burn us out, like, we're possibly dead. But Foreboding Fruit doesn't actually help us as far as, like, dealing with the creatures immediately. Especially if we adamant, because we need the food because we're at 10 life, we may not be able to cast a Reeve Soul. So that's not a big deal. I'm not worried about that guy right now. I'm more... So now they can't tap... Oh, they can. They can still tap a creature. They didn't attack at all. Okay, so... We have 4 plus 3 is 7. I think we have to Harvest Fear. Actually, no, I think we just have to put a creature on the board. I don't know what's in their hand. That's the only problem. There's no reason why I don't play the island out. So it's 4 plus 8. I have 8 mana. I think we just have to get the creature out because we can't die. Like, this deck can kill us out of nowhere. They could have Outmuscle. Would Outmuscle do anything? Outmuscle would do something. But not playing... No, it's just burn. So we just have to get the creature on board, though. We don't really have a choice of we don't have the luxury of that. So... Because they can tap something down already. Now they can't tap more than... Or, now we still have 2 creatures to block unless they have some sort of... Well, I guess, no, they can tap this turn and then tap their turn. So we really need to get a Reeve Soul. That would be great. Or some sort of damage. So if they have any pump spell, we're probably dead. Because that, if they tap, although maybe they can't tap it, because they would only have 2 mana. So 2 mana pump, barge in works. They don't have any draw spells necessarily, so that's not first strikeable. But, so maybe they have some sort of thing that does damage. Oh, well that's 8. Oh, that's game. That's game. Okay. Because I can't block. Alright. Wait, that is for double strike? It didn't have double strike. Oh, it didn't hit the first. Oh, that was this one. Okay. Alright, well, that was the last of our games. Cool. That finishes up the games portion of this Lautering Limited. Alright, thank you for watching our first episode of Lautering Limited here for Brewtap Cast. I think that this format, Throne of Eldraine, is actually very fun. It's definitely in a stark contrast to M20, which was, dominated initially like about the whole bow thing, the Heartpiercer bow. That was a pretty big archetype in the format, as well as Black-Blue is pretty fire for most of the format. I know that they adjusted bots midway through the season, and then I think that some of the teamer colors and elementals in general, I know that I was crushed with elementals towards the end of the format, but this is different in the capacity. There isn't really a lot of aggro decks. We saw some aggressive starts in that last game. We did have a misplay that probably may have actually given us time to not lose that game. But I'm still getting used to this format. And just a reminder, this channel is not about everything we do is perfect. It's about trying to play optimally, having fun, and not beating ourselves up about not knowing what the right play is, or punting. Everyone punts. You watch the pros, they punt. Everyone punts. I know we're punting a lot more, but I am still having fun, and I hope that people who are watching are having fun as well. So thank you for watching. If you enjoy the video, please like, share, and subscribe to BrewTapCast. We are BrewTapCast here on YouTube. We are BrewTapCast on twitch.tv. So twitch.tv/BrewTapCast. We are streaming every Tuesday night at 7. We generally do limited. We will also do some constructed, especially now that the new constructed season is out and the meta's a little bit shaken up, although hopefully it's not really that shaken up because most of the decks that you're going to play higher end on the tiers are going to be Golos, Field of the Dead decks. That said, in a few days, probably when this video is just around posted or something around that time, there is a ban announcement on the 18th of October, I think it is. Maybe it's the 20th. I don't remember. But in any case, that will probably ban either Golos or Field of the Dead. Field of the Dead seems like a better card to ban, personally. I mean, Golos still can be fun and is still very powerful, but Field of the Dead is just like a monster. It's just the power of that card is incredible. In any case, thank you for joining us here on YouTube, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.